Have you ever heard someone tell you before that you can't do a particular thing? It could be your classmates, it could be your colleagues, people that see you every day, and they don't really know what is inside of you or what you possess. And then there is this step in life you're about to take, and you hear them telling you, maybe you try to seek opinion from them, and then you hear them telling you stuff like, come on, you can't do that, it's not in you. They can tell you stuff like, it's not your calling, it's not your profession. They can tell you stuff like, is it like this, you don't have the height, you don't have the money, you don't have what it takes, you don't have the brains. People can tend to tell us a lot of things whenever we are set to achieve a particular thing in life. But I tell you, when you hear such things, do not let them discourage you. Don't let them discourage you. Do you know why? Because they don't really know you. There are two persons who knows you in life. That is God and yourself. So that reminds me, I brought up this topic this morning because I remembered something that happened to me so many years ago. I went to school. I went to school in the days where entrepreneurship wasn't really encouraged towards students. So I noticed that I actually can do a whole lot of things. I'm actually multi-talented. I'm not trying to pride about that, but this is something I've come to understand by myself, that whatever I decide to do, when I put my strength in it, it comes as successful as though it's a professional that can do it. So what are some of the skills I found myself having when I was days back in school? And believe me, right now they have really increased outrageously beyond my expectations. So but then I think I had a few skills, a few knowledges, which I was a student of mass communication. I was in the broadcasting and also the print. And then apart from my academics, I was able to learn sign language through somebody that is very, very close to me. That's my mom. She's an interpreter. Okay, I found out that I have that skill. Sometimes when I meet people on the deaf and dumb people, I engage them. Then I also speak French language. I actually had passion for the language, and then I went further to study on it, and I have my certificates to that credit. So while in school, I also noticed that I have this flair for decoration. Like, I was actually able to do a lot of things. So then I have a business calling on me, my network marketing business, and then I was so confused. I remember I called a friend then, Destiny. I asked him, look at what I'm passing through, look at the things that I have in my mind. I don't really know what they want to venture into or to go into. I now even gave him option. I said, I think I should forget about all these things and focus on my academics. He dropped a word that formed the teaching of today. He said, "Ne," that's an Igbo way of saying, my dear, you have what it takes to succeed. He gave me a typical instance of the computer. He compared the computer, a phone, and then our brains. Now he said that the computer is actually a prototype of the human brain. That when the programmers or people that brought about the computer were programming it, that a picture, an image of the human brain was set beside them as they are putting the chips they are watching. He said that everything in technology actually came from humanity, like a whole embodiment of a human being. So what they do is they pick a particular aspect of a human being that gives a prototype of that technology that they want to bring about. So he said that the computer is a prototype of the human brain. He began to show me the chips in the computer, the motherboard, the CPU, and all that. And he began to analyze how related they are to the human brain. He now asked me, Faithfulness, who made the computer? I said it was a man. That was not enough. He went further to break down. He said, you have a phone? I said, yes, an Android phone. Okay. Can you play music with your phone? I said, yes. Can you listen to radio with your phone? I said, yes. Can you type with your phone? I said, yes. Can you chat with your phone? I said, yes. Can you do this? Can you do that with your phone? I said, yes. He now came down. He said, can you be playing music at the same time typing in your phone, and at the same time you are surfing the net? I said, sure, I can. All I need to do is to restore down any of those application softwares. He said, then your brains are more than a phone. If it's a human being that was able to put together the computer, to put together the phone, then you have what it takes to get anything done at any given time. You can actually multitask. That was how I learned about multitasking. I said, wow, what an insight. What a knowledge. And then I started doing one or two things, one step at a time, one step at a time. And today, I have no regrets. If I tell you things I can do, you'll be shocked. I'm not going to talk about them. But let me just give you a clue. Now, I'm a content writer. I am a life coach. I can actually design graphics. Yeah, I learned that during the COVID-19. Every of my posts, every of my designs you see, my book covers, I did them. I can actually write. When I pick my pen, I'm a writer of existence. Okay, so I'm a writer. I write for people and also write for myself, and I'm an author. A lot of things. And then I'm an evangelist. That is the cruise of the whole matter. That is what covers up every other thing. I'm a sign language interpreter. How are you doing? Good morning. Voilà. I speak French. Bonjour, comment tu vas? Je ne suis pas contente aujourd'hui. Hello, how are you? I'm not fine today. So, I'm just giving you a glimpse of the things that I can do. I know that you also can do those things. Something I've always told you, get to work. Try it. The Bible said it. It said in the book of Philippians chapter 4 verse 13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Even God knows that you can do all things. Even God knows it, that you can do all things. So, don't get buried in that particular thing. It's no longer obtainable in our world of today. If it was in the 19th century, you can do that. Where people bury themselves in a particular profession, in a particular thing. I'm not saying you should have more than one profession at a time, but then when you have a profession, try to learn other skills. Can I shock you that what is putting food on my table right now is not what I studied in the university? It is not. It is one of my skills. And each of those skills, I tell you, they are putting food on my table. So, my dear friends, get to work. You can do it. Because the Bible has said it, that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. You are unstoppable. Stop limiting yourself. Stop limiting yourself. Stop limiting yourself by things that people say about you. or the perception you have about yourself. I used to know a friend, she may not know the story I'm talking about today. Jessica Orika then, but now Jessica Owuna, she's now married. This lady, when I met her during my NYSC at the Corpus Lodge, I know that she's someone that she doesn't talk much, like us that talk a lot. Because she stammers a little, yeah, a little, but she's a voracious reader, and she has weight of knowledge to dish out to the world out there. Then I was watching her closely as we were moving on. And when we left after serving, I found out that Jessica has ventured into content writing. She's a B2B writer. She's a copywriter. She's a relationship writer. Do you know what she did? Her strength, she knows. She is rich in weight of knowledge. She has something to tell to the world out there. So, if she had found out that there is a little limitation of her inability to speak for a very long time without, a little stammering, she now ventured into the other side that can actually cover up her weakness. And today, she's going global, I tell you. What is that thing that is limiting you? What is your weakness? What is that thing that when you hear people say about you, you feel bad, you feel discouraged, you feel depressed? Come on, shake off the beast. Shake it off. Move on. Get those things done. And I tell you, the sky will not be your limits. It can only be your stepping stone to the apex that God has in store for you. God have a plan for you. That's why he said you can do all things. He did not say some things. He said all things. Did you get that? You can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. He is waiting for you at the apex. Don't disappoint God. Get to work now. God bless you.